I'm super excited to be back here. Bum, 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 bum. Hey friends, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Man, we are still in some real times. Today's video is gonna be about letting go. I really wanna talk about this because I feel like it's so key to this moment. I have my JetBlue mug right here and I have some coffee. I have not really been able to drink coffee often during the pandemic because I always get it from like a coffee shop. So I finally bought an actual just cold brew thing and just heat it up. And it just feels really nice because it's the morning. I usually am not up this early. Gosh, that's so good. I have this white chocolate mocha creamer too. The first thing I want to say is I know that so many of you may have lost an internship opportunity or a summer job opportunity because of this pandemic. I also lost an opportunity, something I was manifesting and was so close to. I swear the universe was sending me signs. It was literally meant to be. Unfortunately, because that company was hurt by the pandemic, it just didn't work out. And it wasn't necessarily a no, but at least not right now. That was hard. So I just want to say I'm with you in that. I know. Believe me, I know I've lost a lot of opportunities due to the pandemic, but I also think that I'm starting to see where I can gain opportunity, whether that's creating opportunity for myself or being given an opportunity. I could have sat in that mellow, sad state of I just lost this opportunity that I wanted for a really long time, but I didn't do that. And I think that it's part of the art of surrendering, throwing your hands up and being like, whoa, I have no control here. You know, God is in control, not me. And so I think that doing that is really, really hard, especially in hard times, but I think that's what this moment requires. I essentially want to share a story that allows me to explain how I know this to be true. Last summer, I was in an intern producer role at Localish at ABC. It's the newest digital brand at ABC, and so that brand is inside the WABC studios. We were literally one floor from the newsroom, the local news here in New York, and I already had a really good connection with that station going in. So I had asked years ago, I'm talking about when there was even different management than there is now. And the rule I was told from the news director at the time was you can't shadow until you're an intern. I had asked to shadow and I was told you can't do that now. We can't send you out in the field with a crew unless you are literally employed here. So I was like, okay, fine. And then I got an internship, right? And then I asked to shadow. And let's just say it was as if I was asking to interview the president. Because I was at Localish, the local station wasn't exactly Localish, they were connected, but they wanted to do additional checks, make sure that it would be okay. And it just felt like an uphill battle. I would ask one person, they would tell me to go to another person, then they would tell me another person, then they would tell me they would have to check with some other people. I can seriously remember being on the phone with my grandma every time as I was going to the internship, being like, why is this such a big deal? Partially, it was understandable, because if you are a journalism major, you might know that there are news stations all across the country and they all have these big live trucks that you can get hurt in. I guess there have been instances where interns will get hurt on a story, or where they will be in the live truck. If you're in the truck and an accident happens, you're going to a chaotic scene where they might be a gunman armed. That is part of why there are all of these checks. So part of it was understandable, right? I totally get that, especially safety first. It was just still really difficult for me because I remember seeing all of these, other interns who were at the station who were getting to hold the mic and do all this stuff that I just dream of. And I've gotten to hold the mic before my internship because I had that good connection, but it just was stuff that I dreamed of doing, of getting clips with the mic, which I had never gotten, and all of that. So it was just I really, really want this. Almost obsessing over it. It was really tough. I also even saw, I think that exact summer, an intern for a station somewhere else getting to literally report live on TV. And I was just like, okay, you know what? I am not crazy. I deserve, if I can't be on TV, to at least pretend like I'm on TV and get some clips for my reel and go out and shadow and all of that and learn and absorb all that information from the great people at Channel 7. One person literally never got back to me after asking to shadow them. It was just a whole lot. I remember it being really hard because I knew, like I said, I have a good connection with this station, so I knew a lot of reporters, but I specifically think I'm really great in the mornings, and I really want to be on the morning show, and wanted to shadow in the morning specifically, which is, for the news, it's like 4:30 a.m. I just was like, I don't know anyone who reports at 4:30 a.m. So I was just like, oh, this is crazy, how do I do this? And it was getting close to the end of my internship. If you know, internships are like, what, June to mid-August? It goes by like that, and you have to just be in there, like, going, meeting people, doing everything you can, because the time will just pass you by. And I remember at the beginning of my internship, Sade Betterenwa, love her, she said to me, she's an anchor at the station, she said, make the most of your time here. Like, every single day, you better ask yourself, did I make the most of my time here? And I made the most of my time there. It's the first time I said that. I really did, though. Second to last day before my internship, and I go up to the kitchen to get a coffee. Just kidding, I just went to, I think, refill my water bottle. And I run into a morning reporter, Candace McCowan. I just remember, like, being like, oh my god, she was so sweet. At this point, let me just say, I had, like, really let it go. I was just like, this is not happening. I am done. You know, my internship's almost over. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And I had already, like, gotten a little clip with the mic, so I was like, whatever, it's fine. I got a little clip, but I had someone tell me, like, you know, just because someone doesn't get back to you or something doesn't mean you can't ask someone else, or doesn't mean you should feel, like, completely discouraged. I was just like, because it was just like, I'm trying to force this to happen and the universe is pushing me, literally stopping me, and I'm just like going up against this concrete wall, and it's just like, it's not gonna happen. And I felt like maybe that's happening for a reason. Maybe I should just stop forcing. Maybe I should just stop trying to make this happen. It just felt too complicated, too many people I had brought into this at this point. It just felt like enough. This is an environment, you're the lowest position besides like a custodian. I feel like they're even higher than interns, honestly. They clean everything, make it really great. I feel like you owe them something, a piece of gratitude, but people don't really owe interns anything. At least they don't feel that way. It's very difficult when you're in that situation asking for something, and I think I had learned this lesson a little bit right before this, of just like, and I don't think I fully learned it until really this moment of like, when you stop forcing, the universe aligns, because then you can attract it into your life. I believe all the time that the universe is conspiring to help you. You are not in this alone. And so when it just feels like that wall, I was just like, enough. And I ran into Candace, and she was so awesome and sweet, and I just like, right after I met her, I was just like, I should ask to shadow her. It just popped into my head because I really wanted to shadow on the morning show, and she was a morning reporter, and here I was running into a morning reporter at like 11 a.m. when they're like long gone. Maybe this is meant to be, you know what I mean? Like, here's my one last shot. I'm like, I leave in 2 days, can I shadow you? She was just like, yeah, you can shadow me. And I was just like, is this really happening? Like, is someone gonna try to stop this? Is the universe gonna put up another wall? Like, I was kind of like, oh, we'll see if that happens, right? Like, and I kind of checked in with someone, they were just like, sure. I was just like, what's going on? Friday morning, I showed up to the news station, met with Candace and her producer, met her photographers, and we drove out to the story, which was the S train at 42nd Street, and I was kind of like, are you kidding me? I was thinking, like, this is gonna be a story, you know, my first time out in the field with them like this, all professional and stuff. It's gotta be like a big story. Little did I know that would happen. Good morning, guys. Here in the Eyewitness News this morning. I'm like close to the live stream. got Josh and Cal, who are photogs. We have the truck and we have the car because extra security in the morning. And then I'll show you the crew. So it's Candace, who's our reporter. She's got the mic. Then you got Cal, who's the photog. And then you've got Josh, who's the other photog. She's getting ready for her hit. Candace, do you do every half an hour? Yeah. Every half an hour. There's Candace. So you can see all the way down, there's Fox with 3 trucks this morning. The story is on the subway, which you can see the S train running delayed, I guess, because of construction that they'll be doing for 3 years. So a lot of time here.
Not a privilege, but a right for the citizens here. One thing that did come out of yesterday's hearing is that the city has agreed to provide bottled water for all pregnant women and children under the age of 6 years old, no matter what part of the city you live in.
And then Candace is right here.
So live in Newark, I'm Diana Rocco, Channel 7.
And then she is actually right there. And you can see the Fox crew getting ready. And yeah, so there's so much happening in here. I'm just gonna try to go out and do a stand-up now, putting on some chapstick, and then we're good to go. It was just so cool to be in the truck. It was just happening. It was just all happening. You have all of these eyeballs staring at you. Everyone getting off the train is looking at Candace. And even me, as I got to do my stand-up. Good morning, everyone. I'm Malik Mercier here outside the Times Square 42nd Street station where the S shuttle train will be undergoing system maintenance. Now, the MTA says that although this train only runs 3 blocks, it carries some 100,000 passengers each day. Now, the planned work will begin tonight. So the big question this morning, what does this mean for you and me? Well, it means that we will have to wait longer for trains during those peak travel times. The MTA is recommending we take the 7 train, which stops both here at Times Square and at Grand Central. This project will run for 3 years. For now, reporting from Times Square, Malik Mercier, Channel 7 Eyewitness News. It was awesome. And Candace showed me everything, sent me her information for it. She followed me on Instagram. She was the sweetest and continues to be just an amazing person who I think we're so lucky to have as a reporter in New York, and ABC is so lucky to have her. It was a Friday. Everyone was kind of ready to be like, we're out of here. And I think she got a call or something that there was something happening Lower Manhattan, and we were out of there. This is the business people. Josh, what happened?
I had an email. Suspicious package, Lower Manhattan. We are running. Go check it out.
Let's go! Get there, and I was just like, this is real. We just arrived on the scene. There's a bomb threat in Lower Manhattan. I want you to take a look. We're actually first here. You can't see much. Well, you can see a lot, actually. You can see a lot of police activity. We just don't know much right now. I have, like, no information. Just want to let you know, if you're coming through Lower Manhattan, just know that there's a lot of streets blocked off in this area near One World Trade. The World Trade Center right up there, so just, you know, quite scary, honestly. Do not have much information. I'm here with Channel 7 Eyewitness News. What we do know is that the suspicious packages have been found. We know that there are delays to the 2, 3, 4, the A, C, J, Z lines, the lines that stop at Fulton Street. We know there are delays there on those trains, but we do not have much more information other than that. Again, right now, the suspicious package, 2 suspicious packages found. You can take a look at some of the police presence here. So there was this huge press conference I got to sit in on, which you could never get into. Like, it was huge, and then it was just all of this happening. All the stations were racing. I saw all these reporters, all this press, all of these people, and then I saw Candace really out there. I'll never forget seeing her just be so fast in interviewing people and being so smart and quick and on it. Student journalists, we're still, I think, learning how to just be, like, in people's faces. And not necessarily in a mean way. I think there are reporters that can do that in a mean way, but it wasn't mean. It was just, Candace was like, just this, you know, authority of like, I'm a journalist on the scene. Can you talk to me? You know what I mean? What do you think about this? Well, can you believe there was a pressure cooker here? Are you scared to get on the subway? How do you feel about this morning? Are you concerned your work building is by this subway station where this is happening? Can you get in there? How were you guys evacuated? How was that process? Where are you going to go now? Are you thinking about leaving leaving for the day? Are you going to be able to take the day off? How does that feel? Even as I'm walking with Candace, like, people are coming up to me, oh, who is that? Which station is she from? She was almost like this celebrity on the scene while still having to maintain this really authority journalist vibe. It was very much this moment of like, this happened for me. Like, this is a day that does not there's not often a potential threat that gets a city blocks taped off with NYPD response, FDNY response, bomb squad, all of that. That does not happen often. And so it was kind of like this, like, everyone was kind of like, Malik, you need to come around more often, or rather, you shouldn't, right? You shouldn't, stay away. No, but it was really this, like, moment, and it was just like, wow, had I shadowed on any other day, I wouldn't have gotten this experience. I got a regular morning combined with a crazy morning combined with this amazing all-black crew, which was just awesome. Wow, when you let go and let God, for, you know, that saying, it just really works out. So Joshua just dropped me off in the car. I'm not sure if you can see it, maybe if I come onto the sidewalk. But there it is, it went inside the garage. So, we did it. Being first on a scene, knowing what that feels like, I will never in my life not know what that feels like. And I think I'm gonna be ready when that moment happens and I'm the reporter because of that experience, right? Of like, just go. You never know how the universe is actually trying to help you. And so don't always have your foot on the pedal. If you fight, like, you are like creating resistance, right? If you are like fighting for an opportunity, fighting for something, you are creating a punch back, right? Don't always fight. I think, of course, there's times when that's important, but chill, right? Ask for what you want and attract it into your life, believing you already have it, believing you are made for this, believing you are ready for this, to live your passion. And I think that that's surrendering, when you're just like, I don't know what's going on, but I know you got me, and I know I'm in this, and that's okay. And I think that this idea that you have to always be fighting or pushing, or that you're not going to get what you want if you don't, like, just know that that's one way of going about it. It's not this far off thing of like, I can't achieve this. It's out of my possession. I can't shadow. They won't let me shadow, versus I can shadow. Let's see when it happens. Like, and like, ask. Don't not do anything. Don't not work. And one more analogy. If you chase something, it will run. Like, if you literally chase a dog, it's gonna run away from you. You need to call its name. You need to stand there. Because if you chase it, the dog's gonna run. If you chase an opportunity, it might run from you. It probably will. So don't always think of that as the only way of getting what you want. I hope you're hearing this. I just want to give you a hug, because I just feel like this is something a lot of people need to hear. If you have lost opportunities during this time, if you are unsure of what's next, surrender to all of this. And I know this moment is hard. I know 2020 has been real, like I said, but it's all you can do, because if you try to control it, I don't think we can control this year. And I think this year continues to prove that. Whatever you can do right now, whatever opportunities you can do, and this is me doing that, right? I'm not making money from these videos. I hope one day I will. I hope people like them. Wink. I hope people you know, subscribe and all of that. But, and I guess I should ask for what I want. Please subscribe. Do whatever you can do in this moment to progress yourself, to make yourself better, so that when the thing that you want can arrive, or when the opportunity presents itself, you're prepared, so that they say, that's who we want. Maybe I wouldn't have been ready for that moment had I not prepared myself by doing stand-up practice. Make sure that you're ready for whatever it is you want, and do whatever you can to get there. And I think that's part of surrendering, being like, what can I do until I can do what I really, really want to do? If you've lost an opportunity, I just hope you get something. I'm sending you all the good vibes, or at least lots of them, because I need some too during this time. 2020 for you. All right, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye. Still have some coffee left.